guys, Jessica here with Leadership Resources for Accelerate. Now, if you were to be a fly on the wall in our offices, on any given day, you would hear at least one of us say the words, "It's about progress, not perfection." And those words are really sort of an internal mantra for us. We say them all the time because, as you may have found too, when we focus on perfection, one of two things seems to happen. Either we're disappointed because none of us is perfect, or when we can't be perfect, we quit trying because what's the point? So the focus is really on progress, not on perfection. And we have found when we work with our clients on progress and they focus on making that incremental and consistent progress, oftentimes their results are greater even than what they thought they could accomplish by being perfect. It's a pretty cool thing. And now is really an awesome time to be having this conversation. We're still in the first quarter of a new year, and at the end of 2017 or the beginning of 2018, a lot of you probably set some sort of goal. Maybe it was a New Year's resolution, maybe it was a goal that your company provided for you, maybe it's just something that you wanted to start doing, stop doing, do better for yourself. But it's usually the end of January, beginning of February, that we start to lose focus on those goals. And oftentimes it's because that sort of perfect idea of what that goal execution or those results would look like have run smack dab into real life, smack dab into our reality, where perfect just doesn't have a place. So I'll give you an example for me. A couple weeks ago, I got hit with that nasty respiratory stuff that's been going around, and I missed about 2 full weeks at the gym. Now, I had a goal of getting to the gym 3 to 4 weeks every week, come hell or high water, in sickness and in health. That was the goal. And perfect, that's what it would have looked like, right? If I focus on perfection, it would be really easy to beat myself up about the fact that, hey, late January and I've already failed at this thing. But if I change the way I'm thinking about it a little bit and I focus not on perfection, but on progress, a year ago, it would have been hard to pay me enough to step foot inside of a gym. And today, I'm chomping at the bit, feeling guilty and ready to get back there. That is a huge progress, even if it's not perfection. But let's be real with ourselves. How often do we do that? How often do we focus on being the perfect moms, the perfect parents, the perfect leaders, the perfect friends, and then we beat ourselves up horribly when we miss the mark? But the cool thing is, when we focus on progress, we don't have to focus on making these huge, drastic, unrealistic changes to the way that we parent, to the way that we live, to the way that we lead. We can focus on changing those little things, those tiny habits, those tiny behaviors that can drive a significantly larger result. Now, in our business, we call those slight edge improvements. And I'll give you kind of a funny example. But if I were to go home tonight and tell my husband, "Sweetie, guess what? Today I got 0.3% better." He would look at me, I'll be honest with you guys, like I had completely lost my mind. But the reality is, if I get 0.3% better at something every day, at the end of a year, I am 100% better. And that's not something to scoff at. So it's focusing on those little things, those little ways of making progress that can drive a significant result. Some slight edge improvements I've got clients working on, things like daily planning, things like taking that 5 minutes at the end of your day to really think about the next day. What do you have going on? What do you need to get done? How are you going to prioritize those things? By taking that time to be proactive in planning the next day, can get a hugely different result. You're far more productive and efficient. Managing notifications. In today's world, we are slaves to email notifications, social media notifications. Every time our phone dings, we feel the need to drop everything and see what's going on because we don't want to miss a thing. But man, if we can develop the discipline, if we can work on the habit of not jumping at every new notification, or maybe even turn the notifications off, we can drive a significantly better result. Productivity, efficiency, skyrocket. Even something like getting to the gym. If I can get to the gym for 30 minutes a few times a week, I eat better too because I don't want to undo all the hard work that I did. So by making that one change, other things get better. I get better results in other areas as well. Slight edge improvements. So think about yourself, your world, something little that you could change in the way that you work with people, in the way that you plan, in the way that you execute. Where is there room for a slight edge improvement? What should you be working on? Figure out what that thing is and then head over to goaccelerate.com and check out how Accelerate can help you turn that idea for a slight edge improvement into a new habit that will help you drive significantly better results. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.